Okay, when it says find all the zeros, it means not just the zeros that show up as crossings of the x-axis, right? Because we know sometimes there's imaginary zeros that don't show up like that. But in order to get started, you still kind of have to look in the calculator and see if you can find any where it crosses the x-axis. So in this case, we should put it in the calculator and graph it and see what you see. Sometimes it'll be obvious. Sometimes maybe it'll be a fraction that you have to do a little more digging. It looks like it is at +1. Is that right? I have my table set to ask, so I need to go down and let's set it to auto. And then second. Yeah, at x equals 1, y equals 0. So we know the first zero. The first zero is 1, right? So x equals 1 from calculator. Okay, now what do we do with that? Synthetic division, right? So we want to divide it out like we did before on that one side, and that'll be 1 goes here. The coefficients are 1, -3, 4, and -2. Bring down the 1. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times -2, -2. 1 times 2, 2. Add. So sure enough, we got a remainder of 0 like we expect. Okay, what do these numbers here represent? Yeah, it's a quadratic. X squared minus 2x plus 2. So there's our A, there's our B, there's our C. So you need to use those in quadratic formula. So this will be x equals -b, -2 plus or minus the square root of -2 squared minus 4 times 1 times 2. All over 2 times 1. X equals +2 plus or minus the square root of 4 minus 8. -4. Divided by 2. Okay, what's the square root of -4? 2i, right? The negative comes out as an I. The square root of 4 is 2. So we have 2 plus or minus 2i divided by 2, which is 1 plus or minus I, right? The 2 in the denominator cancels both 2's in the numerator. So that is 1 plus or minus I.